Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fathia Zawatha Az-Zahra and I'm from 6A, and today I would like to present the materials about language learning strategy for my midterm submission. So in this occasion, I will be talking about something all language learners need but often don't think about directly: language learning strategies, or LLS. Based on Rebecca Oxford framework, these are the techniques learners use consciously or unconsciously to improve their language skill. Strategies can help us read better, write more clearly, understand what we hear, and speak more confidently. LLS are generally divided into direct and indirect strategy. In this presentation, I will look at how both types are applied and how they are used around the world in real programs. So the first one is direct strategy, learning through practice. So direct strategies involve hands-on use of language. They are intentional focus on actual performance. There are three main types. The first one is cognitive strategies. This help learners process and produce the language. Example include repetition, summarizing, using context clues, translation, note taking, grouping vocabulary. And then the second one is memory strategy. This helps store and retrieve information using mnemonics like acronyms, mental imaginary, using gestures, linking new info with what you already know. And the third one is compensation strategy. Use when you're missing knowledge. For example, guessing meaning from context, using gesture or synonyms, circumlocution, like saying a tool for cutting paper for scissors, code switching between languages. These strategies are especially important for beginners and immediate learners, helping them communicate even when their vocabulary or grammar is limited. And then we come to the indirect strategies. This managing learning with process. While direct strategy deal with language use, indirect strategy manage the learning process itself. There are also three types. The first one is metacognitive. This is the planning and evaluating learning. For example, setting goals before reading or listening, and then monitoring progress through journals or checklists. And then the second one is affective. This one is managing feelings and motivation. For example, reducing anxiety with deep breathing, using positive self-talk, creating a relaxed environment to stay focused. And then the third one is social learning through interaction. For example, asking for clarification, group discussion, peer feedback on writing or pronunciation. These strategies are just as crucial. They help students stay motivated, manage stress, and learn from each other. And then applying strategy to the fourth skill. Now, how do this strategy apply to the four main language skills? Let's take an example using metacognitive strategy. In listening, a student can set a goal like find the main idea. In speaking, they prepare talking points before a conversation. In writing, they might outline ideas before drafting. In reading, they scan for specific facts or underline keywords. For effective strategies, students may do deep breathing before a speech, use motivational phrases while writing, or create a cozy space when reading something difficult. For direct strategies such as compensation or memory, learners may guess unknown world while reading, use gesture while speaking, or visualize word when memorizing vocabulary. Every skill area can benefit from a custom mix of strategies. And then global models and reward strategy training. Around the world, various educational systems use this strategy in practice. The first one is KLLA from USA, combines academic learning with language development and teaches strategy explicitly. For France, they have CRAPEL, support self-directed learning where the learner decide everything from materials to goals with minimal teacher involvement. And then from Denmark, we have flower model. So the children negotiate their own learning. They make personal syllabi, evaluate themselves, and learn grammar inductively. And then for Philippines, we have Peace Corps. Train both volunteers and teachers to use communicative strategy-based instruction in real communication communities. And then Eurocenter from UK. This introduced self-assessment tools to promote learners' autonomy. And then from Hungary, language games are used to develop strategy use in a fun and collaborative way. These examples show that language strategy are not just theory, they are used in classroom training centers and refuge programs and even simulation. And then for the conclusion, in summary, language learning strategies, whether direct or indirect, are the bridge between passive learning and active mastery. They improve how we understand, remember, and use language, support us emotionally and socially, help us become independent, confident learners. Every learner is different, so strategy instruction should be flexible, culturally appropriate, and integrated into actual classroom tasks. As a future teachers, researchers, or learners ourselves, we must understand that good language learners are not always the smartest, they are often most strategic. I think that's all from me. Thank you for your kind attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.